morning to all of you. So today we will start with a new chapter, factorization of algebraic expression. Now first of all, we will see how to do the factorization. So there are three methods are there. First is common term method. Okay. Then second is grouping method. Okay, and third is we will use the identity, that is splitting of middle term of quadratic polynomial. Okay, so these are the three methods and we will study these methods as well as we will use few algebraic identities to factorize any algebraic expression. Now first of all, what is factorization? Okay, so factorization is actually writing an algebraic expression in terms of the product of two separate algebraic expressions. Okay, if we can write the expression in terms of product of two expressions. Okay, if we can write it in terms of product of two different expressions, then we say that expression is being factorized. For example, you must have seen in your junior classes, like when we are writing 10. So 10 was written as 5 into 2 you can write, 1 into 10 you can write. So basically what we are doing, we are splitting this 10 in terms of these two numbers, and what these two numbers are called as, these two numbers are called as factors, is it? So this was the factorization of the numerical terms that you have already studied in the junior classes. Now we will learn in the similar manner how we can separate any algebraic expression in terms of its algebraic factors. Okay, so first and foremost thing is that we have to know is HCF of polynomials. Okay, that you should know how we can calculate the HCF of the polynomials. So whenever we calculate the HCF, what we are taking the least power of common variables, or you can say literals. Okay, least power of common variables. For example, if I have to take the HCF of x square, x cube and x to the power 4, then which is the least power which is common in this? So least power is x square, so its HCF will be x square. Okay, suppose if I have to take the HCF of suppose xy square and x square y like this, or suppose if I take y cube. Now what I have told you it is the least power of common variable. So we have three terms there. Now first two terms contains x, but the last one does not contains x. So in that case we will not consider x, we will consider only y. Now y's least power is y, so its HCF will be y. Okay, so in this manner we calculate the HCF of the algebraic expressions or polynomials or respective terms. So let's see the questions, and we have to remember these points that we have to actually calculate the HCF of the given terms. So okay, so first method that we are going to use is the common factor method, and how we will use, you just see and learn the steps also. So suppose I have this 4x minus 8x square. Okay. Now we have to factorize it. So what we will first of all see in this, there are two numericals, there are two numbers, that is 4 and 8. So we have to take the HCF of 4 and 8, and there are two variables, that is one is x and one is x square. Okay, we are not considering the negative sign now, that we will consider when we factorize. So what is HCF of 4 and 8? It will be definitely 4. Now what is HCF of x and x square? X, least power among these two. So least power is x. So what is my HCF? So HCF will be how much? 4 into x. Now what we will do? We will divide each and every term by 4x. So finally, and we write it here, 4x. Okay, so this will be your steps. So this 4x and 4x cancel, then 4 into 2 and 1 power of x is cancelled. So what will be your answer? 4x into 1 minus 2x. Okay, so this is how we actually got the answer. Whenever you see the answer at your back, okay, how they are getting the answer? This is the manner they are getting the answer actually. They are simply dividing with HCF and multiplying with the HCF. So this will be your answer, 4x into 1 minus 2x. Now, suppose a question is like this, 41x plus 8xy square. So, if I take the HCF of these two terms, okay, now I am telling you how to take it, the HCF of both the terms combinedly. This I have shown you separately. So first we will take the HCF of 8 and 41. Now since 8 and 41 are the co-prime numbers, okay, co-prime numbers are which are only having one factor, that is 1. So its HCF will be 1 into x and x. So least power is x and no y square there. So what is the HCF? HCF is x. So what is my factorization? X into 41x upon x plus 8x y square upon x. So this x cancel out here. You will get x into 41 plus 8y square. Okay. So whenever you see the answers at the back, you should know how you are getting these answers. Now suppose if I see one more question, 63 x to the power 5 y to the power 6 minus 99 x to the power 7 y to the power 7. Okay. So first we will calculate the HCF. 63 x to the power 5 y to the power 6 and 99 x to the power y to the power 7. So HCF of 63 and 99, if you calculate, you will get the HCF as 9. Okay. And now x to the power 5 and x to the power 7. So least power of x, and since x is present, so we have to take x. Then y is present in both, so it is y to the power 6 will be the value. So finally, what will be my answer? 9x to the power 5 by x to the power 6, and in the bracket we are going to divide this separately like this. Okay, so what you will get? 9 into 7, then this cancel and this cancel, so it is 7 minus 11, then 2 powers of x are left and 1 power of y is left. So this is my factorization. And we can also say that whatever answer we are getting, actually these are the factors. Okay, these are the factors of this algebraic expression 63x to the power 5 y to the power 6 minus. Okay, so this is the meaning of factorization, and what actually we are calculating? We are actually calculating the factors of a given algebraic expression. Okay, so we have seen a binomial now. Now let's see a trinomial and see how to factorize it. Same method will be there. 3x cube minus 3xy square plus 66x square y square. Okay, so now we have three terms. So we have to take the HCF of all the three terms, and whether there are 3, 10, 20, how many terms are there, the method will remain same. That is, first we will take the HCF of 3 and 66. So HCF will be definitely 3. Okay, you can calculate, you know how to calculate HCF of the numbers. Then see x cube, x and x square. So what you will take out as common? X. Now regarding y, since this term does not contain y, so now we will not see any of the y's. So this will be my final HCF. So what will be my answer? 3x into 3x cube upon 3x plus 66x square y square upon 3x. So I will get 3x into this 3 cancel, x square minus this 3x cancel, y square, then this is 22, then 1 power of x remains, then y square. Okay, so in this manner you can calculate the HCF of the algebraic expressions. Okay, so this is the expression I am having. Now I have to take out the HCF of this. So see, this is 32, this is 48 and 72. So when we take out the HCF of these terms, that is 32a cube b square, 48 ab cube and 72a square b square. So HCF of 32, 48 and 72, what will be the HCF? Its HCF will be 8. Okay, so I will write 8 here. Then a cube, a and a square, so least power is a. B square, b cube, b square, least power is b square. So finally what I will get? 8 ab square b square upon 8 ab square minus 48 ab cube 8 ab square minus 72 a square b square upon 8 ab square. So it is 8 into 4, then this b square cancel, 4a square, then 8 into 6, This a cancel and 1 power of b is left. Minus 8 into 9. Then b square cancel, 1 power of a is remaining. So this is the factorization of this expression. Okay. Then let's see few different type of questions. Now suppose a question is like this. 11th one, a square b minus 3 plus b square b minus 3. Okay, so what we do in case of the algebraic expressions, the terms are actually separated by plus or minus sign. That means there are two terms. This is your first term, this is the second term. So what I can do, I can take b minus 3 as common. Now HCF of a square and b square, since they are not common to each other, so we cannot take it out. So what I will get, a square b minus 3 upon b minus 3 plus b square b minus 3. So this will cancel. What will be my answer? B minus 3 into a square plus b square. Okay, so don't get confused. Actually, they are giving us separate terms. Okay, now we have to factorize this one. So among 3 and 5, since they are the co-prime numbers, so we cannot take anything common. Now x and x, so this x will come out. Now this is x minus 2y and this is x minus 2y, so we will take x minus 2y as out. So this is how you can do the questions directly also. Then what is left inside the bracket? Left is 3 minus 5y square. Okay, so this will be our factorization. Now suppose it is like this: 16a square b square 2a minus 3b whole square minus 4ab cube 2a minus 3b. Okay, suppose this is written. Now if we again see very carefully, this is your one term and this is your another term. So 16 and 14, what will be the HCF? HCF will be 4. Then a square and a, so lowest power is a. Then b square and b cube, lowest power is b square. Now this is whole is acting as a term, 2a minus 3b whole square. And here it is similarly 2a minus 3b whole power 1. So what we are doing, we are taking the lowest power. So we will take the lowest power of 2a minus 3b. So these are the, this is the HCF of these two terms. So finally, see what we are going to get. Okay, let's write the steps. 2a minus 3b whole square minus 4ab cube 2a minus 3b upon this HCF, that is 4ab square 2a minus 3b. Here also 4ab square 2a minus 3b. Okay, so now if you solve, one power is left, then 4 into 4 is 16. So what is our answer? This is the factor. Then inside the bracket, what we will get? Let's see. 4 b square will cancel, one power of a is left. 4a and one power of this is left, 2a minus 3b minus this b square cancel, 4 and 4 cancel, so what you will get, b and this whole will cancel. Okay, so if you wish to solve, you can solve or you can leave the answer till here. So this is how you can solve the questions by taking out the common factors. The next is factorization by grouping of terms. Grouping of terms. Okay. Now, in the previous exercise we have seen we are able to take out the terms which are common by taking the HCF of the literals as well as HCF of the numerical coefficients. Now in this method we will factorize the expression by taking out the common terms where we cannot, we will solve this expression by grouping of the terms where we cannot solve the expression by taking out the common term. For example, let's see a question, n a square plus m b square plus n a square plus n b square. Now see, if you take the HCF of all these terms, so you can here easily see that this contains m, this contains n, but it does not contains m. It contains a, but it does not contain a. So our HCF will be, of these all terms will be how much? HCF is equals to 1. But what we know, factorization is writing the algebraic expression in terms of product of two different algebraic expressions. So in that case, we will inspect it and see this is our first group and this is our second group which contains m. Or you can shuffle also, you can write a square terms together and b square terms together. So in this manner I have made the groups. Now in the individual group we will use the same method that we have used in the previous exercise, that is taking the common term, that is, so in this the common term is m. So what is left inside the bracket? A square plus b square. In this, what is the common term? N. A square plus b square. Now this expression is reduced to the form that we have studied in the previous exercise, that is, now this is a square plus b square, this. Now they becomes the terms of this expression. So we have reduced these four terms into the two individual terms now. Now in this, only this a square plus b square is common. A square plus b square will come out, and what is left inside? M plus n. Okay, so this is our factorization. So where we will use the grouping of terms? Whenever you see the HCF of the individual terms is actually equal to 1. Suppose a question is like this: 2x minus ax minus 2y plus ay. Again see, HCF of all the terms will be 1. You can see. Now if I inspect the terms, I have two terms containing x and two terms containing y. Or we can say that I have two terms containing 2 and two terms containing a also. So if you want to shuffle, you can shuffle, or if it is clear from this that we are simply getting two groups, so no need to separate. So from here x will come out 2 minus a. Now so from here I will take minus y as common. Now why I have taken minus y as common? because it is 2 minus a and it is minus 2y. So I will take out minus y outside because what I need inside the bracket 2 minus a. So what is common? 2 minus a, it becomes x minus y. Okay, so rest of the questions we will discuss in the next video using the grouping of the terms. Thank you.